Welcome back to Talking Flag. New season, new conversations. I'm Umbra.
And I'm Tika, and today we're looking beyond the game of flag football.
That is right, but it's absolutely related to it. We are joined by someone whose entire career was built on speed, precision, and pressure. Please welcome this special guest, former elite track and field athlete and now coach and performance specialist, Nigel Talton.
Hey, how y'all doing? Thanks for the invite.
Oh, you're very welcome, Nigel. Thank you so much for joining us. We're really excited to talk about life at the top of sport and what comes after that.
Absolutely. So, Nigel, for people who may know your name but not the full journey, who are you and how would you describe your path through elite sport?
Okay. My name is Nigel Talton. I started running track. Um, Probably been running track for like 17 years now. So I just recently started coaching flag football. This is my second year completed, going into my third year coaching flag on the high school level. Um, some people probably know me from a Braves game. I used to do the freeze for the Atlanta Braves, the guy that give a fan a head start and go track them down. Um, I was doing that since 2017 until 2021, I think. So now I just train athletes, train myself, compete in flag on the adult level, and I coach flag as well on the middle school, elementary, and high school level.
Wow. So, can you briefly touch on some of the achievements or moments in your track and field career that really defined that chapter for you?
So 2013, I competed at the U.S. Indoor Nationals. I came in um, eighth top American in the 60 that year. During the during nationals, I was the eighth person. I competed in bobsled and skeleton. I went to Olympic trials for that bobsled and skeleton trials. Didn't get to compete at the trials for the Olympics due to a hamstring injury. So that was like 2016, 2020. So been having a lot of hamstring injuries. So I didn't reach my goal of competing at the any Olympics for track and field. But now they have Olympics for flag. So I'm interested in that, competing, trying to compete and make that team for the USA flag. So I'm actually going to some USA Talent IDs that's coming up. I know I'm going to the one in May 9th. It's in LA. So I'm going to try to go to that as well for the Talent ID camp. And I see that they have a professional team coming out now, so I'm trying to get those details and try to try out for those teams, professional teams.
Okay, so you're more than a coach, so you're also playing flag football right now.
Yeah.
Okay, that's amazing. So, you've always been an athlete. How much of your identity has been, Nigel the athlete?
It's been great. It's been great. Great experience, great opportunities coming with being an athlete and being a coach as well. So
And then it's like you were a track and field athlete, and now you are a flag football athlete. That's an incredible transition. How you've just managed to almost like retire from track and field, but actually find something else
yeah.
uh, to replace that. That's fantastic. Well, I think people may know you as the Freeze, right? As a track and field
Okay.
athlete. Where
Yeah.
where did that nickname come from? Just curiosity.
Yeah, he just explained that actually, Teak. I'm not
Oh,
sure if you
sorry, did
heard.
I miss that?
Yes.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
The freeze is it's the Braves thing. So in
Oh, right.
2017 they came to me because I was working on the grounds crew at for the Atlanta Braves, and they came to me and was like, "Hey, we want to do a new promotion, and you'll be like racing a fan." So my background, I run track, so I was like, a fan is not going to beat me. So I didn't know I'd be dressed up like that, or also it'd have been called the freeze. So beat the freeze.
Love that. Sorry, I completely missed that part.
No,
I don't know what it was. Um, so Was there a moment that you faced where you realized that sport was becoming more than competition or results?
Repeat it. I didn't hear you.
And so, was there a moment or a phase where you realized that sport was becoming more than just competition or results?
Um, I say in my high school career, like leading on to college, getting a college scholarship for track and field and football. So,
And during that phase, so how did your training change physically and mentally? Like, I assume the demands increased.
so being a college athlete is very demanding, very different because you got your classes, you got to stay on top of your grades, and then you also got to stay on top of your performance because like every year somebody is trying to take your spot.
Mhm.
I just had a chip on my shoulder, like I don't want my spot being taken. I don't want to lose my scholarship, so I want to do the right things, do the little things correct.
Yeah. And how did that pressure show up for you, maybe internally, but also externally?
Um, with the pressure, I think the pressure was taken out like at the track meets or during the football game, like performance wise.
Mhm.
That's
Mhm.
how I relieve my pressure.
Right.
Okay. So I wonder, so what is something about like elite athletics, track or flag football that people on the outside rarely understand?
The time and commitment.
Absolutely.
Some people think, oh, I can just work out once a day or once a week, and then you go and perform poorly because how you practice is how you play.
Mhm.
Yeah. And I
Mhm.
think, like in Europe, we have, our sports and our studies slash work, we have that separate. So
Hmm.
it's even harder for us to juggle those things. I mean, in the US, you go to college, you have your sports, so it's all like kind of intertwined. And, you have your sport, you have your school, but it's managed in a way that you can do both. And it's still very hard to do both. I know that. But for example, here in Europe, it's like, it's not how can I say it? Like you got to go to school, you got to work, and if you want to do sports, like you just got to find a way yourself, because it's not like adjusted to each other at all. So I can imagine, and I get it. Like in college, there's a lot of pressure. It must be very, very difficult. But yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Like the commitment and the time, it's something that a lot of people don't really understand. And it's
Mhm.
not just training with your team and showing up for games. You gotta train yourself as well. Like go to the gym and do your individual stuff. So yeah, that really makes sense to me.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, is there anything that you think like what gets romanticized about elite performance?
Let's see. That's kind of like a tough question for me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah, that's okay. No worries. Yeah, no, it's difficult questions. A lot of mental questions that we have for you. Um, and do you ever, or have you ever struggled with like expectations, from other people or yourself, maybe?
Yes, I'm very hard on myself. So, like, if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, I'm like very hard on myself. So, I have high expectations for me. I have high expectations for my athletes I train. So, but you can only control what you can control.
Yeah.
Mm. So how does that manifest then, Nigel? So if you are putting a lot of pressure on yourself and you have these high expectations, like how do you cope with that? Because I can imagine that can be quite stressful at times.
It can be stressful at times, and then sometimes, like, if you prepare for that moment, like we doing all this preparing, like at the end, the finish line is near. So, like, if we
Mm.
prepare throughout the week for a game, I feel like we accomplished those goals.
Mm.
And how was it for you, like transitioning from track and field to flag football? Like, tell us a bit about that journey if you want.
I think it was a smooth transition because I play rusher, so
Okay.
I'm a rusher. I'm a receiver, defensive back, play corner and safety, but my main position is rusher. So I like to run, and then I coach rushers on the high school level and the middle school level and stuff, and I have camps and stuff about rushing. Like it's not about how fast you are; it's about like you getting back there, you breaking down, you mirroring the quarterback or you're mirroring the blocker, trying to not let the quarterback pick a side. So like if you
Mhm.
pick a side, the quarterback gonna go the opposite way. So
Mhm.
it's playing
Yeah.
like my games as a rusher.
And so, how did you get into flag football? Like, how did that go? Like, did you meet someone? Was there a situation? Like, how did that happen?
So when I was working at the Braves, this guy that worked with me, he was like, you should play flag. I have a team. I have a team. You want to be on it?" And I was like, "All right, I'll give it a try." So I played intramurals at Kennesaw State University, and then I played in a league here in Atlanta, and I just love it. And now, like, I just want to continue to do it and continue to play, continue to coach it, like especially the girls. Like, I want to see girls sports grow. So
Mhm.
Got it.
So
And
is it just females that you currently coach, female flag football?
yes,
Okay. And is there like a, sorry, I was just going to ask, is what was the choice? Why female flag football over male or mixed?
um, I think because like it's not a lot of male teams around. Well, it's some male teams around, but in the area is big on girls flag, and I reached out to the coach about helping out, and he brought me on. So it
Yeah.
it's growing. So I love it.
Yeah.
awesome. And what is the best part about flag football for you?
Um, and coaching or playing.
You can give an answer like on both. Yeah.
So coaching is I just like to see the girls happy and develop. Like this past season, I only had 4 girls on the team that knew flag. So I had to invest my time in teaching them the game and just stand on them, like teaching them the correct way to pull a flag, correct way to catch the ball. And we went 15-0 and we won the state championship in middle school. So I'm very happy about that.
Wow, that's huge. Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's a great performance. And then as a player,
As a player, it's just it's fun. Like it's free. Like you could be going through some things, and like when I go to flag practice or track practice and competing, it's like it just all go away.
yeah. Yeah, yeah. No, I think that makes sense to us, right? Teak is like a form of therapy for us as well. Like it's where you forget everything and you get to be with your friends and the people that share the same passion, and it's just really fun to play. I mean, like
You-
football is so much fun.
It's like
Right?
you meet a lot of good people. You meet a lot of friends.
Mhm.
Absolutely. And I think the community is so, because we're still like a small sport, we
Hmm.
usually all like know each other. It's more like a family. So it also has its positive sides that it's still a small sport, because it's a very like close community. But
Yeah.
obviously we all want this sport to grow and, get into the Olympics and stay in the Olympics as well. So that's definitely the best part about flag football, that it's so fun and inclusive and you find a new family there. Um, so you're now coaching, right? So what lessons from your own career as an athlete shape how you work with the athletes today?
Um, Never give up on the play.
Mm-hmm.
You never
Absolutely.
never out of a play unless you take yourself out the play.
Yeah, that's a very good one. Yeah. So like talking a bit about your like retirement from track and field. So do you have some advice for athletes that are, trying to prepare for this moment? Like maybe, mentally, emotionally. Do you have some advice? Because I can imagine it's really hard. And even for us, Teak, we are 34 years old. We're still playing for the national team, but we know that at some point we'll have to retire. And that thought is pretty scary and not fun. So, and I mean, you've been through it with your track and field. So, do you have any advice or tips for athletes who are actually also trying to prepare for that phase?
Um, don't don't give up. Don't give up, and don't stop doing it unless it's the right time. Like
Yeah.
sometimes I think I could still be running right now. Like I felt like I stopped too early.
Okay.
Okay, that's interesting. But it's kind of like difficult to actually really decide when is the right time, because I think when you're about to retire, you're like, nah, I still want to play. So it's really hard to make that decision, I guess. But maybe it's really your body telling you like, hey, it's time.
Yeah,
But I cannot imagine how that feels, and it's not something I want to feel. Like I feel like I will be playing until my body really tells me stop.
yeah, and
Because mentally, yeah,
I think like flag you can play for a good little while.
I
It's
think so too.
it's non contact, but I feel like playing flag you can continue to play longer than people play in the NFL or a contact sport.
Yeah, I think so too. And that's also the great thing about flag football. It's so inclusive.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, yeah. I really hope that, we get to play until we're, I don't know, 40 years old, maybe. It's not impossible. But, you
Yeah.
know, with
Yeah.
tackle football, it would have been way harder because we both played tackle football as well.
Hmm.
And we stopped because the injuries and the contact. At some point, that you have to prioritize other things in your life, right? Work and whatnot. But with flag football, it's just so much easier to keep playing. So
Hmm.
Mhm.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I'm just interested when you said, going through retirement, and I don't know how it was for you, the transition from track and field to flag football when you were like, okay, this has been enough now, let's move on. So you said to never give up. So how does that look then if actually maybe that's exactly what it is. So you were a track and field athlete. You transitioned into flag football with probably that mindset of never give up, find something new, or how did that happen?
Yeah, find something new and find something that excites you more. Like
Mhm.
I
Hmm.
felt I fell out of love with track and field down the road, like near the end, because of things going on with the federation and stuff, or how athletes getting paid and stuff. And I just kind of fell out of love, and flag brought the love for it back. So I really love flag. I still love track and field, like my track and field friends and stuff. I still love them and support them, but like I want to go somewhere with flag. Like I really enjoy playing flag.
And
Absolutely.
the type of training you used to do, like how does it benefit you now? Do you still use the same type of training, or have you completely changed it? Or
I still do the same type of training, like speed training. I still do speed training like I'm running track. I still do my conditioning like I'm running track because it helps. I feel like it helps
it
me.
does.
So when I'm coaching, I take that same approach of training them like I'm training a track athlete.
Yeah, and actually, in the US team, I think the national team, there's quite some athletes that used to run track and field. And apparently, it can really help you. Obviously, like flag football is a lot of running. So if you know how to run well and how to sprint, obviously that's going to help you,
Mhm.
especially as a rusher, like you said. So I think track and field helps lots of athletes in other sports. Like if you grew up running track and field, it's going to help you in all other types of sports, including flag football. So I definitely think that, that training is still very important, track and
Mhm.
field training in flag football as well. Um, right.
Yeah, rusher, but also as a wide receiver. Those are all skills. The conditioning, as you said, is really important in flag football. It's quite different from, for example, tackle game or
Hmm.
any other type of sport, because you need that constant stamina. You play a game, you've got a bit of low break. You play another game, you've got a break. It's you need that, don't you? So it makes total sense that you use a similar type of training. Um, okay, so if athletes listening take one thing from your journey, what do you hope it is?
To inspire others,
Mm-hmm.
to not to give up. Like just keep going.
Yeah.
That
So
moment
with
you give up, it could be the time you have your big breakthrough. So I just want to
that,
inspire the youth.
Yeah.
absolutely.
So, and how does that look for you then? If you say just keep going, never give up, what do you say to yourself, or what do you do when you are feeling a bit low and thinking, oh, actually, I do want to give up, or I can't do this anymore? Like, how do you lift yourself up?
So like in track and field, like I had the Olympic rings as my screensaver. So I always like when the workout is tough and we on a break, like a 2 minute break from the little workout we doing, I always look at that and like that just really motivate me. And then training with like seeing high school kids out there training with us, like they look up to you, like so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
it's
like,
all about inspiring the next generation. I think that's also something that motivates us, right, Teak? I mean, we've been playing flag, since the very beginning when it still wasn't that um, common for people to play flag football. We had to actually, create our own team because there was no flag football in, where we were. We were in Portugal at that time. And yeah, our goal has always been to inspire and to, pave the way for the next generation because they're watching and they're taking notes, so we might as well be great role models and do what we're supposed to be doing.
yeah,
um
I like that. And then I also like your idea of just having a screensaver, something that reminds you consciously or unconsciously. Um, you know, it reminds you of your goal, your main goal further down the line. So I might steal that idea. I like that.
okay, Nigel, so when you're not coaching, you're not training, you're not playing flag football, or even thinking about performance, what do you actually do for fun? Nothing. Your life all revolves around sports.
But no, I train people, but I'm really just watching film, trying to get better as an athlete, as a coach, as a person. So I like to read books and stuff. So that's
Okay.
really I like to fish. So I guess that can be fish.
Okay, okay, that's awesome. So, is there a side of you people wouldn't expect?
I'm shy.
Ah, we see that a little bit, but you're doing a great job. And it's pretty
Oh,
crazy. Like someone with such a great background and has competed at the highest level, still, being shy because I can imagine that you've been, in the spotlight quite a bit.
Hmm.
And has
yeah.
that been difficult for you?
Um, no, it hasn't.
So when you're in your element, you're cool with it, I guess.
Yeah, like when I'm coaching and stuff, like I'm cool. Like I block out the distractions and stuff. But like I am shy. But like once I warm up, like I start opening up and stuff.
And
Okay.
it's
Right.
normal. Like we have our environments or situations where we feel more, at ease and more comfortable. And then there's other situations where we maybe feel a bit more shy or, and I get that. Like it's normal. But it's cool that you admit that because there's nothing wrong with it at all. So
Mhm. Yeah.
love it.
Yeah, no, I like that too. We like the honesty, and we like to shed a bit of light on the human side of people. And um, so yeah, thank you for coming on today because I can imagine that could have been maybe nerve wracking, maybe not, but yeah, some people might feel a bit stressed beforehand or nervous. Okay, so before we move on to our rapid fire, we always like to leave our listeners with a bit of a reflection. So how am I defining success and what happens if sport ends tomorrow? So, why do you think this question matters so much for athletes? So, when you think about when the sport ends, so pretty much what we spoke about, retirement, why do you think it's important to think about that beforehand?
Beforehand.
Yeah, so before you retire, why is it good to prepare for it? Or how do you define success? Is it just your performance as an athlete, or is it more?
Um, let's see.
What does
Yeah.
success mean to you?
Success means to me, to be honest, like it's never about me. It's always about somebody else. Like
Oh,
I don't like me. Like last year when the girls, I had 4 girls that knew flag and stuff. Like it was never about like winning or losing. It was always about y'all having fun. Like yeah, coaches want to win, but like my main thing was to develop them young ladies and like have a purpose.
mm.
Mhm.
Hmm. That's
Absolutely.
nice. Having a purpose, yeah.
I want
Yeah.
them to be like, oh, I'm playing flag because of Coach Freeze. Really, he took his time to teach me the game. Um, them having fun. Like I tell them every day, it's never about me. It's
Yeah.
about
Yeah. So they call you Coach Freeze.
yeah,
I love that. That's pretty cool. Your cool coach. Yeah.
And just a reminder of your own, history as an athlete. I like that. That's pretty cool, Coach Freeze.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
And like the education part is so important. Like when you're a coach, you have these girls looking up to you and they're also, like listening to you. So it's really important to educate them. Like, yes, flag football, you got to teach them flag, but then you got to teach them to be great human beings. You got to teach them to be a leader, to be a team player. So I'm really happy that you're, emphasizing the part of, education for the girls. It's so important.
and having fun as well, as you said. It's not about, yes, everyone wants to win, nobody wants to lose, but you first have to have fun, right? If you don't have fun, what's the point? Like, what do you do? Why are you doing it? What are you doing it for? And I love what you say in purpose. You have to find a purpose, something that makes you feel good, something, um, just beyond winning and losing. So, yeah, it's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I guess like from all that, you create like self-esteem, and that's so important, especially for the young girls to feel valued, to feel celebrated, and to really have like, like a great level of self-esteem. It's, I think it's so important nowadays, especially where you can always compare yourself to others on social media. Yeah, that self-esteem is crucial, and you get that by teaching them the right things, to just have fun, and it's not about the winning and the losing or the highlights. It's, yeah, I think it's a great way to teach these young ladies about life and sports.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Right, Nigel, we have got to the point where we're going to do our rapid fire 2.0, and this is our second, a bit different than what we usually do. But there are the same rules. So 1 sentence to finish and no explaining. Okay, are you
Okay.
ready?
All right.
Right, press the button of the rapid fire. That's on you, Mom, and then we'll make a start.
Oh yeah, that's it. Wait, where's my button? Oh, there it is. All right, first one. I love the smile. Okay, pressure feels like.
Pressure feels like fire.
Yep.
Success really means.
Oh man, this really means happy, happiness.
Happiness. Nice, nice.
Okay, speed is.
Speed is freeze.
Ooh, yeah. Good one.
Failure taught me.
Lessons.
Mhm.
Absolutely. Life after sport is.
Life after sport is family.
Hmm.
Mhm, mhm, I like that. Flag football has taught me.
Flat football taught me Numerous.
So you what?
Ah,
Didn't get that.
flag football taught me. Oh man, it's supposed to be rapid. Let's
No,
see.
it's fine, honestly.
Okay.
Oh man, I'm gonna say flag football. Can we come back?
Can we come back?
We can. We can.
Okay.
Or actually, what we'll do, we can change the sentence. So what we sometimes do is we change it to flag football isn't just blank. It's actually blank.
I'm gonna
That
say
must be that
flag.
must be even harder. But go
Maybe
ahead.
it is even hard. So there's two blank bits to fill in. So we've
Okay,
got flag football isn't just, it's actually.
I got you. Oh man, that even harder.
I'm so sorry.
Sorry.
Okay, so we can go back to the first one, flag football.
Okay,
Purpose, new
so
purpose,
yes, flag football has taught me.
new purposes.
Yeah,
Okay, that's great.
that's a nice one.
Lovely.
That's
You did a great job. Okay.
yes. It's really hard to rapid fire. You really you feel like you're on the spot, aren't you? So don't worry. It was good. It was good. I enjoyed that.
Yeah, great job. Nigel, thank you so much for your honesty and for sharing, what elite sport really looks like during and after. So can you please tell our listeners where they can find you if they want to read more about you and what you do?
Okay. They can follow me on Instagram at No Stress Talton. TikTok No Stress Talton. My training page, Finish the Mission Training. So it's FTM underscore training. It's
Nice.
also in my bio for on my main Instagram page.
Awesome. Okay.
And you know what? It now starts to click. No stress, Dalton. You're so relaxed. You're like, you know, just it just started clicking. You know, when you say never give up, just keep going, no stress. I see. I see. Okay. Okay. And to our listeners, please follow Talking Flag on all platforms for full episodes, clips, and behind the scenes.
And if you're navigating performance pressure or maybe transition, you are not alone. Our DMs are always open.
Keep chasing those flags, and remember, sport is about more than results. It's about growth.
Thank you so much, Nigel. You were great.
Thank you guys.
Thank you. Really enjoyed that.
Yeah. Okay, I'm just gonna end the recording and then we